Hey friends, welcome back to Acre Homestead. I just got to my parents' house and my mom and I, oh, you can see this is how my day started. My coffee, I was in a rush to get over to my mom's house. I put my coffee on top of the car and I spilled it all over my car. So we are gonna have to go through the car wash here pretty soon. But my mom and I are going shopping, and I first went shopping in my food storage room. I'm gonna show you all the stuff we brought. We're gonna go to lunch and just have a good day together. We're gonna talk about our big Thanksgiving meal prep day that we're gonna be doing tomorrow, but we gotta go get all this stuff for it. But I wanted to try to bring as much of the garden fresh produce and the things that I preserve locally and or canned myself in order to try to use up as much of these goodies as possible. So we're gonna head inside, and then I think we're gonna get lunch first because I'm a little bit hungry and I don't think my mom's eaten either. So we just got into my parents' house and the first thing I brought was a turkey. This is actually a turkey I got last Thanksgiving for free. I'm gonna show you how you can get well, in our area at least, how we can get a free turkey every year because we're gonna get another free one. But the thing is, the turkey that we're gonna get today is gonna be frozen. So I took this out of my freezer so that it could thaw. My mom's gonna put it in a pan and get it back in the refrigerator, but it should be thawed. Well, it might be a little frozen. I took it out 2 days ago.
Well, we have 2 more days. We're not cooking it till Saturday.
Are we gonna brine it tomorrow? Are we brining it?
I wasn't gonna brine it, just roast it, because you all have decided you don't like it on the Traeger. You just like a plain old-fashioned roasted in the oven.
Yeah.
So there's no point in brining it.
No.
I mean, we'll put apples in the neck cavity.
We'll show you how we're gonna make it. So I'm at my mom's house. So if you're new, this is my mom, Susan.
Hi.
And we're gonna have the fun day together, but I wanna show you what else I brought. So the first thing, I have some turkey broth and some homemade chicken stock. I only had 1 quart of turkey broth, so I just grabbed a few more chicken. I think we can use them interchangeably. Some cranberry sauce. My mom said that's not gonna be enough, so I'll bring 1 more tomorrow. A bunch of homegrown garlic and potatoes. Now I did go through my potatoes and grab the ones that were a little bit soft, just to make sure that I'm going through these potatoes and using the soft ones first and the ones that are growing eyes. My mom and dad did help us harvest these potatoes this year. I picked a bunch of sage and rosemary. We were gonna buy sage today, but I just saved my mom $3 on that. If you can grow your own herbs, it's one of the best bangs for your bucks. We made some pie crust that I threw in the freezer the other day, so I grabbed some of these. I didn't know how many we needed, Mom, so I grabbed 4, but I don't know if we need all 4 of those.
We probably only need 2 because Emily's going to bring a pumpkin cheesecake, gluten-free for one of the guests that's gluten-free, so they can have something as well.
So why don't we put 1 of those in the fridge and 1 in the freezer?
I can do that.
And then I did bring some homegrown pumpkin. So we're going to make 2 pumpkin pies. We're gonna do a new recipe this year that I'm super excited about.
Oh.
I guess my mom didn't realize that we're doing a new recipe. It is
pumpkin pie?
No, for a corn dip.
Oh yes, I got that. And
yeah.
I put all the ingredients on the grocery list. I thought you said a new pumpkin pie.
No. We're gonna
Nothing beats the Libby's.
Yeah, we're gonna do just a traditional pumpkin pie, but this is some of that home preserved corn that I bought from a local farmer, and it's the best corn. So we're gonna use that. And then I did bring some onions. These are the onions I bought from a local farmer. I did go through my onions and pick out, there's 2 in here. One of them has started to grow. I'm sure most of it's fine, so we'll use this first. But I did go through and make sure that all those onions, because I bought how many pounds did I buy? 160 pounds of onions from a local farmer. Yeah, and so you have to go through them just to make sure there's no bad ones. So before we go to lunch, which we still are trying to figure out where we're gonna go, I did also bring, which I forgot to mention, some jalapeno poppers. This is the recipe I got from Nicole at Flower Hill Farms. Normally we make a jalapeno popper as an appetizer, but we don't have to make it this year because I already pre-prepped them from our homegrown jalapenos. And typically, the traditional recipe my mom and I do for the jalapeno poppers is we do sausage and cream cheese. This recipe has bacon, cream cheese, and cheddar cheese. We do need to finish putting Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs on the top. And we were going back and forth if we should thaw the peppers, before we bake them, but I think we're gonna bake them from frozen. So all we have to do is put those peppers on a cookie sheet, top them with breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese, and we have one of our appetizers already done. So we thought before we go shopping and go to lunch, we're gonna go over our menu with you. We're gonna go to Costco, Winco, maybe Penzies,
Oh.
because I'm out of cumin.
Okay, I had a couple of things spices I was going to get at Winco.
Let's get them at
but-
Penzies.
Yeah, they're way better.
Way better. They're more expensive, but the quality
They're worth it.
They're worth it. Yeah.
They're worth it.
So the first thing I want to show you is my mom's grocery list. I have showed this before, and I can link a printable for you down in the description box, along with my mom's hassle-free hosting guide. It's just a really easy printable that goes through how my mom thinks through planning a big party. And from grocery shopping to menu planning to housework and creating a schedule of when to put everything in the oven, because that's the hardest part when you have a big party, is getting everything hot and served at the same time. So I can link that down below. So first thing we're gonna go over is the menu.
Okay, here is the menu. It's pretty much the same as usual. We're doing a ham, we're doing turkey, we're doing mashed potatoes and dressing. Becky wanted a mac and cheese as well.
This is new. We've never done a mac and cheese for Thanksgiving.
It's
I don't
usually
think.
at Christmas.
No, well,
I mean, excuse me. Yeah, it's usually at Christmas.
no, we usually do
Oh,
cheese.
Easter.
No, we usually do cheesy potatoes at Christmas.
Yes, cheesy potatoes.
We never have had macaroni
right.
and cheese
You're right.
at a holiday. This was something that Josh's dad did one Thanksgiving, and it was so good. So I thought
It goes
we would.
good with ham.
Yeah, and my brother-in-law does not like turkey. Right, he doesn't like.
Correct.
He doesn't like turkey, and so we make a ham for him. We like to cater to everybody's taste buds.
But the thing about the ham is now I got a ham bone.
Oh,
For
yes.
a split pea soup and
Then we're gonna do green bean casserole from scratch, honey roasted butternut squash with Brussels sprouts, cranberry sauce, which is already done. We're gonna make some dinner rolls, my 1 hour dinner rolls, and then the jalapeno poppers, which we don't have to make, our new corn dip. Oh, is Emily making clam and onion
yeah,
dip?
Emily wants clam dip and onion dip because Grandma Jones always had
My dad's
clam
mom.
dip. Always had clam dip.
And then we're gonna do cranberry salsa, and my sister's making pecan pumpkin cheesecake, and then we'll just make pumpkin pie. All right, you ready to go?
I am ready to go.
We still have to figure out where we're gonna eat. I think we're
Oh,
gonna
I'll tell you what we're going to do new this year.
What?
We're going to decorate Christmas houses.
Oh,
But we're
that's
not going to do gingerbread.
My mom was texting me, Josh and I, yesterday, and she was asking what kind of Pop-Tarts I like, and I was like, I don't like Pop-Tarts.
I don't either, but the kids really like them. And I saw a thing on Pinterest how you can cut Pop-Tarts to create a
That'll be fun.
small gingerbread house.
So do we need to get a bunch of candy at Winco?
Yep, a bunch of candy and
That'll be fun.
look at Costco. We'll go to Costco first because sometimes they have big things of Pop-Tarts. Otherwise, I have to buy them individually boxes because I have to buy a box of Pop-Tarts for
Okay.
each person because we're going to really get into this.
Okay.
And even Cousin Joe's going to make
So
one.
Pop-Tart gingerbread houses as opposed to graham cracker gingerbread houses.
Yes, or gingerbread. I mean, sometimes I buy the kits.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they even make the gingerbread. But
Winco is super fun because they have a huge bulk section, and so it's the best place to get candy for gingerbread. So
Yep.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. First things first, we decided to pick up lunch. This is a really good noodle place by my mom's house where they make homemade noodles and home pork dumplings, and it was so good. We really enjoy going to places where we can eat food that we're not necessarily that great at cooking at home. I would definitely like to get better at cooking dumplings. That is on my list. Then we went through the car wash so that we could have a clean car. We figured it would be good because my car handle was just covered in coffee. And now that we have a clean car, let's go to Penzies. We decided to go into Penzies first. It's so good. The best spices ever.
Hi there. What do I need?
Do you have a list that you need, Mom?
I do. I need ginger, red pepper flakes, and poultry seasoning,
Okay.
at least.
At
You
least.
just walk through and say, oh, I know I'm getting low on this. If I'd known, I would have looked through and checked before we came.
They have a spice here that is roasted garlic, like dried roasted garlic. It's so good. I know I for sure need cumin and coriander. So that's what I'm here for
Show
sure.
me the difference. Isn't coriander cumin that's not ground up?
No. Cumin is cumin. Coriander is the seed for cilantro.
Oh,
So
I knew it was
in-
a seed for something.
Yeah, so you across the pond call cilantro coriander, even the leaves, but we call the leaves cilantro and the seed that's ground up coriander.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was cilantro.
Coriander has more of a citrusy flavor, and cumin has more of like a smoky flavor.
Yeah. Don't they put coriander in sausage?
I don't know. I
What's
put
it-
coriander in Mexican food a lot. I put it in
isn't
everything.
Show me what it looks like. The seed. Because I thought it was
Right
what
here.
you
It's right
put
here.
in- Oh no, but that's like a pickling spice too.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the long skinny,
that's cumin.
but a seed.
Yeah, those are cumin
Oh,
seeds.
well, see, that's what I thought. I thought that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So coriander is, they're round.
Those are like in dill pickles and pickled. And they use it a lot in pickles.
Yeah.
That's how much I know.
And mustard. I mean, you might be thinking
Yes.
mustard seed and
Yeah.
pickles too, but so I do need this, but I think I'm gonna get ground because I actually grew and have a bunch of this still on the plant that I need to process that's dried.
At your new house,
Yeah, well, no, I grew it at the last house, but
you brought it.
I just haven't processed it yet. So we need to process it when we get back. All right, so we're gonna look around and see what we can't live without. I don't need garlic powder because I grew enough garlic.
Was it roasted?
Yeah, the roasted is really good.
So good.
It smells good. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there.
I don't need. Yeah, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah. It's baking
use
season.
It a lot, and I use it a lot in Asian stir fries.
Yeah.
Anything I do stir fry, I use it.
I've never bought crystallized ginger before.
Maybe put that on cookies or I don't know what you're doing.
Did you need this?
I do need that.
Do you want medium hot or
Yeah, medium. is
very
good.
hot?
No, medium hot's good. Because I like to season stuff with it, and Mark, he likes it really, really hot. He can always add more.
Yeah.
And I can't take it out.
That's kind of cool. I've never seen that where you can get very hot or medium hot. One of the really cool thing about Penzies is they have always a bunch of different of the same ingredient but from different countries so that you can get different flavor profiles. Ceylon cinnamon, yeah.
That's the best.
That actually has the most health benefits. Ceylon cinnamon is the healthiest, most like anti-inflammatory. And that's where my mom and I differ because she likes the Ceylon cinnamon. And even though I know it technically is the healthiest, it's not my favorite. I like cassia cinnamon, which I don't know. Let's see. Cassia.
This is cinnamon chunks.
Is okay. So the lady who works here said that every cinnamon that's not Ceylon cinnamon is cassia cinnamon. Do you know?
Right here it says.
Is it the type of tree that's grown? Literally a different species of tree bark. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. It's a different species of tree bark. And do you know where the Ceylon cinnamon's grown? Ceylon, which is also known as Sri Lanka. Oh,
Yes.
so Ceylon is Sri Lanka. Geography was not my number one.
I knew that one.
We'll blame her since I didn't know that. Because I was homeschooled. So really interesting. So we were talking about like the different flavor profiles, and Ceylon cinnamon definitely is like a more fruity and florally, and it's not that like spicy cinnamon flavor. And she was saying the farther you go down the row, because this is Indonesian cinnamon, this is Chinese cinnamon, and this is Vietnamese cinnamon, is that they get stronger and stronger in flavor. And that's kind of the cool thing is, you know, not everything, you know, cinnamon just doesn't have to be cinnamon. When you know, can taste all these different cinnamons from different countries, you can get all these different flavor profiles.
Now, if you have never tried
Yeah.
whole nutmeg,
I've talked
This
about
is-
this with you guys before many times.
there's this nutmeg that's already ground.
Like, oh, that's apple pie spice.
Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, down here. Down
It's whole nutmeg is a completely different.
It's worth it. Even
Yeah.
if you snag your thumb on the grater, it's worth it. I liked it. You can just like grate a little over your coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Put a little in on different meats.
Or eggnog.
Oh yeah, we're getting eggnog too. Would you think lemon peel is in poultry seasoning?
No, what are the ingredients in it?
Sage, white pepper, red and green bell peppers, lemon peel, savory, rosemary, dill,
Oh, really?
allspice, thyme, marjoram, and ginger.
For poultry seasoning.
Yeah. I put it in all my chicken soups. Anything that's chicken, that's not just chicken. If I'm making chicken into it with any sauce or chicken soup, I put it in.
My mom's trick for grocery shopping is to always park by
The cart corral. Well, I started doing that when I was shopping with babies because I couldn't leave the babies
that's true.
in the grocery
That's a good
cart. I mean,
point.
if I had the babies in the grocery cart and take the grocery cart to the corral, then I got to carry the babies back to the car. And I can't put the babies in the car and
that's a
walk
good point.
across the parking lot to put my grocery cart away.
And she had 5 kids in 5 years.
4.
So, oh yeah, 4. There's not 5 of us. But
Sometimes
still.
it seemed like there was.
Yeah.
And there was always extras hanging around.
So now we're at Winco. So we're going to go shopping at Winco because if we spend $125, we get a free turkey. So last year I tried to spend $125 too, but I think I'm kind of, because it's a good time to
Stock up on stuff that you use all the time.
Flours, beans, pasta.
They have a good bulk section. It's easy to do.
Huge bulk section. But I think I'm pretty much set. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're just going to do one transaction, get one free turkey.
But I will come back probably one more time and do it again.
Yeah. So I kind of mentioned my mom's grocery list when we were at the house, but the special thing about this list that I will link for you guys if you're interested in it.
It's basically Winco in the sections that I walk it through.
Or grocery store, because it's got the produce, the dairy, the meat.
Bulk, paper products, cleaning supplies, cereals, baking goods, dry goods, condiments, canned goods, beverages, baked goods, toiletries. The other side is Costco.
So it has everything. So when you're going to write your grocery list, it can kind of jog your memory of, oh, I need that or I need this.
And it's in the order that I walk through instead of looking here when I'm in the produce and then looking over here and then looking over here. It's like all together.
All right, so what do we need first, Mom?
Okay, we need cranberries.
Yeah, 1 bag's fine. There wasn't too many produce items we needed, but that was the first place in the grocery store to stop, so that's what we stopped at first. Unfortunately, this year we were not able to grow enough green beans. Last year I had so much of an abundance of a green bean harvest, we were able to have our homegrown green beans at Thanksgiving. But this year we did have to pick some up, and these ones today at Winco were looking really beautiful, so I'm really grateful that we're able to find some really yummy looking green beans. So we're done with the produce, so we're going to go down the really fun bulk section of Winco and find all the good candies for decorating. So how many people are decorating?
I'm planning one per person.
Oh wow, so we got to get a lot of candy. It's going to be fun. We are going to hit our $125 max. That's why we started at Winco as opposed to going to Costco first, because we thought we would get as much here as possible.
Okay, we need some candy rocks, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The thing is, they're going to be small. They're not going to be giant.
Oh, that's true.
They're just going to be the size of a Pop-Tart.
Alrighty friends, this is bringing back all the memories. This bulk section at Winco is crazy huge. So I'm just going to show you the candy today, but they also do have a huge bulk section that isn't candy. That's things like dry goods, sugars, pastas, beans, spices, all the things. But when I was young, my parents used to let us come here with my friends, and they would give us an amount, and we got to pick out candy out of the bulk section before sleepovers or before we would go to the movies, or have parties or whatever it might be. And you can just see here that it is a child's dream to come and pick out candy from Winco in the bulk section. It's definitely a fun experience if you've never been. Now, we did pick out a lot of candy, and so here's our cart full of all these different options. We did try to pick out different things that, you know, people could get creative, and I'm going to show you eventually how creative people got with these Pop-Tart, in quotes, gingerbread houses, and they did a fantastic job. So we didn't just need candy though, we needed to get some dairy products, some different cheeses, and all the things. So these are the turkeys that we can get for free if you spend $125.
$29.
And to get the most bang for your buck, pick out the biggest turkey.
Okay, I got a $29 one.
That's $29.11.
28. Oh, excuse me. 28.
$29.35. So what I'll probably end up doing with this turkey, because I'm going to take this turkey home since I'm giving my mom my turkey, is I probably will can it, because I love having canned turkey on the pantry shelf.
So, yeah, this is the biggest one.
Okay, let's go for it.
So what are you going to do with it?
Probably can it. It seems weird to have canned meat or home jarred meat. Sounds better than canned, right? But let me tell you, it tastes delicious, and it's so easy to do, and it's so convenient.
Our neighbor is a fisherman, and he gave us, because I traded some lettuce. I took a whole bunch of lettuce that
From your
it was
garden?
going to frost. It's like to cut it off. It's a big bowl of lettuce, and it was like a head of butter and red romaine and
Oh, nice.
green romaine and green oak leaf and red oak. It looked like a bouquet in this giant bowl. And so they returned the favor with two pint cans of the jars of tuna canned in water with garlic and red pepper.
I've never canned fish before.
It was so good.
Did Dad eat it?
Oh, he loved it.
Oh.
I had to make him share it with me. He was going to eat the whole thing on his salad. And I said, no, I want it. I don't bother when it's, chicken of the sea.
Right. Yeah.
But this was a cut above. Stuffing mix. Got all the produce. Got all the dairy. Got the meat. Got the candy. Got the milk. I have to buy eggs.
She's checking things off the list, and sadly, she's going to pick up a dozen eggs. My chickens, you know why I think they're not laying? Is because they're molting. And so I'm only getting 1, maybe 2 eggs a day. And so, sad day, we have to buy eggs. I haven't bought eggs in 3 years since I've had chickens. So normally I give my mom eggs and she doesn't have to buy eggs either, but today she's gonna have to buy some eggs. Gosh, that breaks my heart. So now I have a better understanding. So on Saturday we're celebrating Thanksgiving, and there's going to be probably about 18 people, and my mom wants to have a little activity that we can do. It'll be out and we will all be able to partake in the activity whenever we want. Are you going to set up a separate table?
Yes, a separate table.
Okay.
And I'm going to have paper plates that they can write their name on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
For their
House.
gingerbread Pop-Tart house. We only had Pop-Tarts when the kids were growing up on vacation.
Yeah.
They were a very special treat.
Well, I don't like them. Even when I was little, I didn't like them, but my dad really likes them. My dad likes cinnamon Pop-Tarts, and I think they're gross. So my mom did text everybody and ask them what kind of Pop-Tarts they want. And so she's going to get strawberry, some that are frosted, some that aren't frosted, and then cinnamon, brown sugar probably, raspberry. Yeah. I don't even know what. Oh, some gross. S'mores. They have Eggo Pop-Tarts, Eggo flavor. Now, homemade Pop-Tarts, on the other hand, are delicious. Basically, homemade Pop-Tarts are you just take pie crust, cut them into a square, fill them with your homemade jam or store-bought jam, bake them. I don't like frosting. That's probably why I don't like Pop-Tarts growing up, because they didn't make non-frosted Pop-Tarts when I was young.
Okay, 2 cinnamon.
We're gonna make my 1 hour dinner rolls for Thanksgiving, and I had to look up the recipe if it was active dry or instant yeast because my mom doesn't have any yeast, and she wants me to buy this little tiny container of yeast. It does hurt my heart a little bit when I'm used to buying yeast like this, because this is 30 cents an ounce and these little packets are 145 cents an ounce. But she doesn't go through yeast, so it would go bad.
Yeah, well, if you want, you can buy this and take it home.
No, I have enough yeast at home.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a jar in the freezer, but I don't know how old it is.
Well,
I showed you I had a jar.
We'll go with it. Wait, so we can need more than this if...
3 batches.
Let's go ahead and get you another jar. Okay. We'll just get you one of these because we're going to triple the recipe. We'll get you this. It is important that the yeast be alive when you're making rolls for Thanksgiving. What do we need next? Parmesan, sparkling cider. Sprites. Oh, to make punches?
Yes.
Yummy.
I wanted to do a ginger ale based one, but a couple of the sons-in-laws don't like it. So
who?
Brad and I guess just Brad because Abel left. Apple grape.
I will do a full haul when we get back to the house, but here you can just see some of the abundance of candy we got. As I unload this cart onto the belt, I am trying to put, and so is my mom, we're trying to put like things with like things, so the meat and dairy, refrigerated stuff together, the produce together, the dry goods, so that when we get back to the house, it'll be really easy to unpack it and put it all away. I am going to show you these hard-sided totes that we use to go grocery shopping. In Oregon, you have to pay for your grocery bags, and these are what I use to organize my freezers, my deep freeze. And I can link these down below. These are ones we actually purchased at Winco, but I can link the equivalent of these really nice hard-sided bags. Winco is all packed, heading to Costco next. We probably should have gone to Costco first, just because thinking of how busy Costco is going to be at this time of day. Normally we start our day really early in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I went really early in the morning to get gas because I went to pick up my sewing machine. I had it serviced. And the lines at Costco very early in the morning were long anyway.
Oh.
I think it's just the nature that Costco's about the cheapest gas and everybody goes there.
And it's holiday season, so it's busy.
Yes. Yes.
And I am probably going to get gas at Costco. All right. Off to Costco. Last time we were at Costco, they had this beautiful Christmas tree, and I have always been a real Christmas tree and a real wreath type person. And this one's really pretty. It's $20. And I was really pretty. I was considering coming back and getting that fake tree when I'm here with my mom. You can come around here, Mom. My mom is a big fan of fake Christmas trees.
Well, I'll tell you why. We always had a real one at the house we raised the kids
I would
in.
not.
Always. When we moved to a brand new construction home, I did not want to bring spiders.
I don't ever remember spiders.
I remember spiders.
I don't remember spiders.
Bugs and pine
needles, yes.
Sticking in the carpet.
Well, we don't have carpet.
And water spilled when the tree would tip.
Yeah.
And
those do happen for sure.
Yes, and then nobody would water it.
Well, yeah, I'm bad about watering it still.
And then it turns crisp.
But I was considering it, and the reason I was considering it is, one, you guys all said, fake Christmas trees better, but the one that we were looking at here together was beautiful. And I was just thinking, then I don't have to plan a whole day, Josh and I going to get the tree and it being a thing, even though that's fun. I saw the appeal of, but I brought it up with Josh and he was like, no. So I was considering it, but we're not doing it. Oh, these are cute. These are like holiday sweaters.
Oh, those are nice.
But they're short. I like
too.
a long sweater. So these are $15, $16.
Nice. I have one that's a lot thicker than this. I like this is thinner.
I was feeling this sweater. It's really beautiful. It's got a V-neck. I think it would be really pretty layered with a button-up shirt. And I was like, oh, it's so soft. And it's $60. The cashmere sweater, but I could not.
I have this one. I really like it.
Oh,
very
pretty.
soft. That's a nice size.
Yeah, this is the tree because it's got these really cute lights on it. I don't like the colored lights, but the white ones are really pretty.
Well, it probably has both. You just
It does. It does.
Yeah, you said it probably want. Yeah,
I would get the shorter one.
I like
Oh,
that
see, it's not. You know what? It's not on sale anymore. It was $200 off, but anyway, it's okay because my heart still is with a real tree for sure. Oh, those are cute. By the front door, like on the outside of your house. $120, $130 really. That would be so cute. It's got a little. Does it come with two or one? 4.5 foot tree, just one. Yeah. For $7.49, they have a whole box of organic ginger. So we are on the hunt for a ham. My mom said last time she was at Costco, they did not have any spiral hams yet. And oh, they've got a ton of them. So we'll definitely be able to get a ham.
Hey, a friend of mine just had surgery, and I read her the list of freezer meals that I had in my freezer because I did recipe testing for some scratch batch freezer meal packet that's going to come out in the future. She wanted the stuffed peppers, and that's the only one I haven't tried. All the rest were so good. She chose the stuffed peppers and the Super Toscana. Anyway, it was really nice to have freezer meals ready when I needed them for a friend, that I didn't have to stop my busy day and try to figure out what I was going to cook. I could just tell her what I had, what the options were, and pick two.
So my goal was to have that freezer meal packet guide come out before baby, but that's not going to happen. It is done and written. I've had my mom and my sister cook it up.
They were so good, I'm telling you. Even Mark, who's
my
we
dad.
all know,
My dad.
who are kind of picky about things, he has loved every single one. And the only one we haven't done yet, I think, that we haven't eaten ourselves, is the stuffed peppers.
And so my mom was able to gift that to a friend who was in need of some meals because she had surgery. So like my mom said, if you're interested in that, it'll come out probably in January. The link to get on my email list will be down in the description box. But now we need to sample. Oh, last time we were here, I asked you about this cheese. I did not buy it, and now we're sampling it. You like it?
I really like it.
I have to see if I can.
This one is the shallots, I think. Yeah. This one is the shallots. It's really good. I would put that on a sandwich. I would put it on my toast and then put an egg on it.
That is really good. I'm not going to get it today, but
yeah.
Oh, it's still on sale. Oh, wow, that is good. We need to go in the dairy section because I know we need
eggs and
cream.
Half and half.
So many of you guys had mentioned the reason there's so many limits on eggs, and there still is because of the bird flu that's been going around, and it looks like that's still affecting eggs. There were no organic eggs to be found. I'm just grateful there were eggs available. So we got a couple of the dairy items we needed, and then we moved on to another section of Costco.
So last time I was at Costco, I decided not to get laundry detergent because I already had one, but it's on sale and I just opened my last one. So I was just about to pick this one up, and my mom was sharing with me.
I've been using these washing detergent sheets. They're like pieces of paper.
I've considered this. I just
haven't. They come in
haven't.
a cardboard box. I've never had anything not get clean to my satisfaction. It weighs nothing. It's not like these giant things. There's no plastic involved at all. It doesn't spill. It doesn't make a mess. It isn't sticky all over my
Are they
washing machine.
scented? Do they have
No,
like hyper?
unscented.
Oh,
hyperallergenic. I love them. They Amazon automatic delivery.
Is it like a dryer sheet kind of
It's
thing?
like a dryer sheet.
Okay.
Exactly like a dryer sheet. It's a little smaller.
But you're
in
not
size.
wasting this entire
No
plastic
plastic
jug.
to recycle.
So my
And
mom's
it's
gonna give me some to
My
try.
sister sent them to my mom, who's 89.
Oh, okay.
And she couldn't handle the washing
That's true.
jugs.
Look at what my mom's Costco sells. This is the best. Well, what flavor? Oh, pumpkin. I don't want pumpkin.
Never heard of it.
This is a Seattle brand. They make it at Pike's Market.
Oh, wow.
It is so good.
It's on
Oh,
closeout.
Well, I don't like the pumpkin.
Oh.
I'm gonna get this. They have individual ones. This is such a treat.
Oh, I would like.
You want one?
Oh, I would like them all.
Mom, do you want to get one? If you buy it, then you're gonna continue to buy it. It's so good.
In Tillamook.
Yeah, it's way better than Tillamook.
Yeah, I'll
Woohoo!
try it.
How much is this? $60. Yeah, they're not cheap.
Is it $1?
I never buy yogurt in individual containers, but
Yeah.
my Costco does not sell those. They are so good.
And yet again, we had another successful shopping trip. As soon as we get back, I'll show you the whole haul.
We are back and we have the grocery haul all laid out. We'll start with Winco and then Costco. So first things first, we spent $152?
I don't remember.
It was about $150-ish. So we got our free turkey and we got a $30 turkey, and that turkey is, how many pounds is this? 17 pounds, 17.3. So that's great. And then I organized this kind of with like things. We got some sharp cheddar Monterey Jack cheese for, we're gonna make our macaroni and cheese. Bacon, what's the bacon for?
The bacon is for, we only needed one bacon for you, one is for me, and I don't remember, I have it on the list though. I don't remember the recipes.
You'll find out tomorrow.
The roast vegetables.
Oh, and the corn maybe too.
Yes, and the corn.
dip, okay.
Yeah.
And then here we have a hot Italian, or hot sausage. This is just hot sausage for our pork stuffing. We're gonna make my grandma's recipe. We are making a green bean casserole from scratch. So we're gonna make our own cream and mushroom soup, and we need green beans. These green beans looked absolutely beautiful. The cojita cheese is for the corn dip. Parmesan cheese is for the macaroni and cheese. And then I showed this, my mom bought this for personal use, but she said she's gonna use this in a recipe we're gonna make at Christmas. This is a pomegranate.
Yeah, and I saw on Pinterest how to get into them. I've always been very intimidated, and I've seen pomegranate,
Tutorials?
well, the little things, I don't know what they're called.
Seeds?
Beads.
Oh, pods? I don't know.
With the little juicy around them that you can buy like in a cup, or I've seen them on salads, and I really like them. And it's very easy. So I'm going to do a salad at Christmas, a winter fruit salad that has pomegranates. And I tried the recipe and I want to do it again. I really liked it. Oh, and here's the laundry sheets I was talking about. I'm on a subscription basis. I get one of these about once a month. I'm way ahead because we did some traveling. So I'm going to give this to Becky and let her try it.
Are you going to give me the whole box?
I'm going to give you a whole box.
Oh,
'cause I
awesome.
had 2.5 boxes. And
Oh,
this
it says 100 loads.
yeah.
I do about probably 4 loads of laundry a
So
week.
this is how big it is.
Oh, cool. So
It just melts. You put it on the bottom of your washer, put your clothes on top and turn it on. It says you can use 2 if it's heavily soiled, but I've never had a problem.
even with workout clothes?
I don't use these with workout clothes. I
Okay.
use OxyClean, extra rinse, extra hot. And I don't use the detergent,
Oh.
just the OxyClean and the Nike workout clothes. They stink if you don't use OxyClean.
Okay.
And
So I can link these. I haven't used them yet, obviously,
I love
but
them. My sister uses them. I got them from my mother. You don't have to lug the big jug.
awesome. We'll try it. So we're gonna do, you've seen me make this recipe, the cranberry salsa, which we need the jalapenos and some cilantro for that, along with the green onions, celery for stuffing, parsley for stuffing, butter because it's Thanksgiving and we're gonna go through a lot of butter.
We'll need the butter for the stuffing. There's the 4 things.
Yeah.
The mac and cheese, everything, mashed potatoes.
'Tis the season for butter. Sour cream for a bunch of different recipes. Cream cheese because cream cheese, I feel like the holidays is just a cream cheese type of holiday. My mom needed some more yeast so we can make some rolls. Macaroni noodles for macaroni noodles. I tried to talk my mom into making homemade eggnog, but we are going to be making plenty of things from scratch. So we just went ahead and we bought this. Only a couple people like eggnog, but I will show you guys how to make homemade eggnog. It is fairly easy to do, but we are not going to be doing it tomorrow. Milk for macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, lots of things. Stuffing mix for stuffing, and then we got a ton of different candies. My dad and I are questioning, honestly, if we got enough candy for our Pop-Tart gingerbreads. We got a ton of Pop-Tarts because it takes 8 Pop-Tarts to make one gingerbread. So this was quite...
6.
Oh, 6.
2 on the long side, 2 on the tall side, and 2 on the roof. This is a tall one with the corners cut off.
Oh, I see.
2 tall ones.
Okay.
And then it goes long way, long way, long way, long way. So 6.
Okay. My dad probably is going to go run and get some more candy, and then my mom is going to make some royal icing, and that's how we're going to stick all of them together. I still plan in December to make homemade gingerbread. I've never done it before, and we'll make a whole homemade from scratch, cut it out, do the whole thing. I got a bunch of, when we were talking about that when we were at Costco last time, some really good tips and tricks on how to do that.
I have a pattern.
Oh, you do? One of the best tips I read in the comment section was someone who was a professional baker for many years, and she would make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gingerbreads in order to then sell the kits. And she said you bake them for 10 minutes, you take them out of the oven, you cut them, and then you put them back in the oven, and then they don't distort.
Oh, well, that's good, because how this was is you cut the dough to the pattern. But they distort some.
Yes.
And so some of the sides curved. And...
Exactly. And if you watch Bake Off, which Josh and I like watching Bake Off, that's always a problem when they're making things. And so she said well, I have to reread the comment. I saved the comment, but you par bake them. It was either for 5 or 10 minutes. You take them out of the oven, you cut them, and then you put them back in the oven.
That makes sense, because you sealed the edges. When you press down.
That makes sense.
The top that's a little done in the bottom, you've kind of like sealed it, so it's not going to...
Well, we are going to try that. And then I did want to talk about this, even though this is random for the haul, but I really like floss picks. We were talking about, oral hygiene things when we were at Costco last time. And I talked about how I do not like Glide floss, but I never talked about what kind of floss I do like. Now, ideally, picks are not your number one choice. Traditional floss is going to be the best because you can really wrap it around each side of each tooth. It's called C-shape flossing. So Google that and you can get a little tutorial on YouTube on how to properly get that floss under both gum lines on each tooth. And I can link the floss that I like down below. I like Reach, Total Care, and Cocoa Floss. Cocoa Floss was invented by 2 women, a dentist and a hygienist. They invented Cocoa Floss. It is the best floss on the market. It is kind of pricey, but it's cheap insurance. But if you don't want that, then Reach Total Care Floss is the best next thing. But these are fantastic as well. I keep floss picks in my car, in my nightstand, by our TV. And the best thing about a floss pick is you can do it on the go, and it's something you can kind of do. You could even do it at your computer desk. My husband's a computer programmer, so he keeps these by his computer. And if you're not going to use regular floss and you're going to use these, this is better than nothing. So I like these. We bought these. And then I did want to talk about toothbrushes for just a second because I got a lot of questions about that. The Oral-B is my favorite toothbrush. Sonicare is a good toothbrush too, but Sonicare is rectangle and it just goes back and forth. And they're not as good at adapting around the very back tooth, the very back molar, not like the cheek side or the tongue side, but the back side of that back tooth, as well as the Oral-B, because it has a round head and it can adapt around the tooth better. And an Oral-B not only goes back and forth like the Sonicare, but it pulses as well. So you're getting 2 modes of action. So I can link my favorite Oral-B electric toothbrush down below if you're interested. But now we're gonna start talking about spices because that's what you're usually here for, is food, all the food things. The only spices I got are 2 packages of coriander. My mom got shallots. These are fantastic. I didn't buy these today, but dried shallots are delicious. They have a different flavor than dried onion. They're kind of sweet. Poultry seasoning, 'tis the season for poultry seasoning. She got ginger, parsley, and red pepper flakes. We got a couple things for beverages, some Sprite and lemonade. I think we're making a punch, right, with the Sprite and lemonade?
Yeah, we'll put some orange slices and cranberries into garnish, so it's pretty.
Oh, that'd be pretty. And then, of course, Martinelli's. Whatever we don't use tomorrow, we can use at Christmas time. Last but not least, we got a couple things at Costco. Mostly what we got at Costco was personal stuff, but for the party, I'll show you what I got for myself too. But for the party, we needed eggs, Brussels sprouts, and a ham and flour because we are going to be making a ton of rolls, and then we needed heavy cream and half, so we got that for the party. And then personally, because my next few days are going to be crazy busy with holiday stuff, I got some convenience here. I like their Mediterranean chopped salad, their sweet kale salad, and then I never buy this because this yogurt is expensive, but I treated myself to some really good yogurt because my mom's Costco had this yogurt. You won't
Becky
have to.
talked me into it. So I bought some too.
It's not something you probably will buy on a regular basis.
This is what I would do with yogurt I buy at the grocery. I either have vanilla with fruit in it. This is with fruit in it, and lemon. Those are the kinds I always get.
They're delicious. I also got 1 box of kombucha. I know how to make kombucha. I used to make tons of kombucha, but I don't drink a lot of it, and I don't have the time right now to make kombucha. So this thing of kombucha will last me a month, if not a month and a half. Apples. My mom got me the sheets or the laundry detergent. I got a half and half for myself. And then I bought a bunch of packages of bobby pins. I either have probably 200 bobby pins or I have 8 bobby pins. For some reason, that in between is a difficult thing. So that is our grocery haul and our groceries. We're gonna put this away. I'm gonna drive home. I have about it, well, with traffic, it's probably a good hour to drive home. But we will be back here first thing in the morning to cook all this food. So if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, because the fun part is the cooking part, and we are about to spend all day in the kitchen tomorrow, and it's gonna be a lot, well, not all day, probably half the day. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep all this food so that on Thanksgiving, I think the only thing we're gonna...
The rolls?
The rolls, everything else will be prepped and just either needed to be the crock pot turned on or popped in the oven, other than the ham and the turkey. But everything...
Yeah, you just have to put the rubs on them. And
yeah.
Nothing major.
Yeah. So we're going to show you how to have a very stress-free holiday so you can enjoy your guests and you don't have to worry about doing all the food prep, making the kitchen really dirty and all that stuff the day of the holiday. So thank you for taking time out of your day to spend time with me and my mom.
See you tomorrow.
Can't wait to see you next time. Bye, friend.